At this point, you know how important it is to rank in AI search, but with all these AI visibility platforms and newly self-proclaimed AI SEO consultants vying for a slice of that sweet marketing budget, it can be hard to know what's real and what's snake oil. Well, in this video, I'm going to empower you to cut through all that noise and actually do an AI search audit for yourself for free, not including the very small cost of these AI assistants. It's a manual exercise and a slightly tedious one. But just like Mr. Miyagi taught Daniel-san wax on, wax off before the crane kick, I think before you go spending money on an automated AI visibility tracker, you should understand how large language models think, work, and what makes them valuable lead generation channels. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly, first, how to conduct a comprehensive audit that tracks both citations and mentions across all major AI platforms, and next, how to spot the recurring sources that dominate AI answers in your niche and get yourself included in them. My name is Matt Canyon, and I help businesses improve their brand visibility across organic channels. And the organic channel in vogue these days is almost always AI search. But before we dive into the audit process, let's clarify what we're actually trying to achieve here. In AI search, there are really two ways to win. First, you can get cited as a source. That's when your URL appears in the footnotes or references of an AI search conversation. That's a good sign because it means the AI found your content valuable enough to reference. But even better is getting your brand mentioned by name in the actual answer. And if you can get both a direct mention and a citation, that's perfection. But here's the challenge. AI visibility audits are much trickier than traditional SEO audits. With traditional search, we have tons of data in Google Search Console, reliable keyword research tools, and predictable ranking factors. AI search, on the other hand, is incredibly volatile, and it's evolving in real time. For one, AI assistants are generative, meaning no two answers will ever likely be the same, because the large language models under the hood are generating the answer on the fly. Secondly, factors like personalization and a user's search history will affect how AI assistants surface particular answers. As I mentioned before, since OpenAI and Perplexity and Anthropic are private companies, it's not like we have access to a query database so that we can see what people are searching for. So AI search is kind of a black box. But thankfully, we can tease out insights by prompting it and watching how it collects sources, as well as studying its thinking process. Okay, so for this audit, we'll be focusing on at least one of the four main AI platforms: ChatGPT, Google AI Overviews, Claude, or Perplexity. Now, you're free to start with just one of these, but if you tackle all four, you're essentially covering 90% of all conversational AI searches. Next, since we don't have access to the actual queries people are searching for, we need to put ourselves in the customer's shoes and understand what a customer might search for. While traditional SEO tends to focus a lot on the top of the funnel with high volume, low competition informational posts to bring in traffic, for this exercise, we're squarely focused on the middle and bottom of the funnel. An example of a top of funnel query might be, why do I need an email marketing platform? If you've written content on the topic, you may get cited as a source, but our goal is to get both cited and mentioned by name, which typically only happens with middle or bottom of funnel queries. For example, what are the best email marketing platforms for small businesses? This searcher has very clear intent. They know they have a problem only an email marketing platform can solve, and now they're in the evaluation phase. Now, I recommend brainstorming two types of queries. First is discovery queries with no brand names. This is to test organic appearance. And the second is brand-specific queries to test sentiment and accuracy. For discovery queries, that might include things like, what are the best email marketing platforms for small businesses? Which project management tools integrate with Slack and Google Workspace? What CRM software works best for real estate agents under $50 a month? And for brand-specific queries, you could do things like, how does your brand compare to MailChimp for email marketing? What are the pros and cons of your brand versus competitors? And is your brand worth the price compared to alternatives? In my experience, it's highly beneficial to pick the brains of your customer support and sales teams for ideas. These are the folks that are on the front lines, actually speaking to customers, understanding their pain points and how your product or service can solve them. And if you need inspiration, I found AI tools to be very helpful here. I've added a prompt in the description of this video that you can paste into your favorite AI assistant that will study your business and give you some ideas for prompts for your company. It's up to you how many prompts you'd like to test, but I'd recommend at least 5 in each category. Once you're happy with your prompts, it's time to collect AI responses systematically. Now, there are certainly developer-type folks who will recommend using the APIs from these companies to build custom applications that will systematically query each of these keywords. Now, if you feel comfortable building or even vibe coding a script like this, go for it. But if you're non-technical and you don't want to mess with code, you can achieve the same result in the browser. For every query, I recommend opening each platform in a new tab and making sure you've enabled temporary mode on ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude, and have Google opened in an incognito browser. There's still a lot of variability between logged in and logged out ChatGPT chats, free or paid plans, not even taking into account which model you're using. All of these add so much variability to AI responses, so while it's not perfect, we want to do our best to isolate our variables and standardize these experiments. Next, create a spreadsheet with columns representing each AI assistant and rows corresponding to each query. Then click the like button on this video and subscribe for more practical insights on increasing your traffic, leads, and sales in the AI SEO meta. Anyway, once you're ready, just query each assistant and copy and paste the output into the corresponding cell of your spreadsheet. Before moving on to the next question, I recommend taking a few seconds to click the thinking button on ChatGPT. It might be named something differently depending on what AI assistant you're using, and study the logic of how the AI assistant retrieved its answers. Likewise, take a moment to hover your mouse over each source referenced in the answer. You'll inevitably start seeing patterns of sources referenced multiple times. When you've completed your entire spreadsheet, this is where the fun begins. You can not only analyze these answers manually, which is certainly a useful and helpful exercise, but you can feed this CSV back into a large language model to get powerful insights at scale. Here are the metrics I recommend surfacing and the prompts for how to get them. Make sure to attach your CSV to each of these queries and check the description of this video to easily copy and paste each prompt. Number 1, mention volume. Now, mention volume tracks how frequently your brand appears across AI responses. This metric helps you understand your overall AI visibility. The prompt for measuring mention volume, again, just grab that from the description, will analyze the CSV of AI responses and count how many times each brand name appears across all responses. It will also surface any patterns in which certain types of queries generate more mentions for specific brands. This prompt should show you all brands, but you can make it specific if you just want to see yours. Now, obviously, all your branded queries will return mentions of your brand because they're branded queries. So this metric is most helpful if you isolate your unbranded queries and have the AI assistant analyze only those. Number 2, sentiment analysis. Now, sentiment analysis evaluates whether AI mentions of your brand are positive, negative, or neutral. This helps you understand not just visibility, but brand perception. For this, you will want to put in both branded and unbranded queries and responses. The sentiment analysis prompt will analyze the underlying sentiment of each brand mention and categorize it as positive, negative, or neutral, as well as reveal the context behind it, whether that's pricing, features, support, etc. Number 3 is recurring source analysis. Now, chances are this experiment will reveal certain websites or publications that the AI assistants cite over and over. These represent high authority sources that you should either target for coverage or compete against. The prompt for surfacing recurring sources will identify all sources or URLs cited across AI responses and rank them by their source domain, number of citation, types of queries where cited, and competitive brands mentioned on each source. It will also highlight opportunities where your brand can get featured on frequently cited sources or just create competing content and outrank them. Number 4, we want to figure out our competitive share of voice. This is your brand's relative visibility compared to key competitors across all AI platforms. It provides context for your performance and identifies which competitors you need to target in AI search. This prompt will calculate competitive share of voice by 1. Identifying all brands mentioned, 2. Calculating each brand's total mentions as a percentage of all brand mentions, and 3. By showing share by query type and AI platform. I know that's a lot, but if you just copy and paste the prompt with your CSV, I promise it'll all make sense. It will also highlight your biggest competitive threats and opportunities to gain share. Now, the sky's the limit when it comes to how you want to slice and dice this data. These are just a few helpful starting metrics, but you can also have AI analyze your citation versus mention ratio, query intent performance, and honestly, whatever else you can think of. I recommend running these analysis prompts through at least 2 different large language models like Claude and ChatGPT, for example, and of course, be sure to QA and verify the data before presenting it to any stakeholders. Trust but verify. That's the name of the game when it comes to using AI for data analysis. So once you have these raw insights, you can use AI to format them as a step-by-step action plan. And yes, we have a prompt for that in the description as well. Just paste the action plan prompt in along with your insights or in the same chat as the previous prompts, and it will create a prioritized 90-day action plan with specific tactics to improve your AI search performance. You'll definitely want to edit this before showing it to anyone else, but in my experience, it's a really good start. If you find that the large language model is hallucinating answers or the data seems to be too overwhelming to provide useful responses, start by just feeding it answers from one assistant at a time. Now, once you've actually taken action on your plan, I recommend waiting about a month or so and rerunning this entire process. Use the same prompts, the same assistants, and track the same metrics to see if your tasks are actually making an impact. So that wasn't so bad, right? This manual audit process might seem tedious, but it's the foundation for understanding how AI search really works. Once you've mastered this systematic approach, you'll have the knowledge to evaluate any AI tracking tool that comes to market, and more importantly, you'll understand exactly what levers to pull to improve your visibility. Whether you're a solopreneur trying to get mentioned alongside industry giants, or an established company looking to maintain your market position in the AI SEO era, this audit framework gives you the data you need to make informed decisions. Now, if you're ready to actually dive deep into the tactics that move the needle for AI search rankings, check out this video next. We'll show you the specific content strategies and technical optimizations that get you cited and mentioned across all major AI platforms. Thanks for watching, and happy ranking.